part with the water, I'm actually gonna just quickly explain something. Um, Before when you start using the farm, it's gonna feel like forever, but until you get your first box in your storage system, and that is because some of these systems they always hold one box in place. So in this system, when the first box breaks, it will just be held in this dropper, I believe. So only when the second box is going to be filled, this one will drop down, and then something is similar over here. And at the bottom as well. So you're gonna have to wait quite a bit for your first box to arrive. So I want to speed that up just a little bit. So what I'm gonna do here is, instead of letting this drop instantly into a water source, I'm gonna pick out the boxes with a hopper. That way we don't have to wait as long. Just like that. Now I will be adding the redstone circuit to this in just a little bit, but first we're gonna be hooking up all of our water streams. Now this is gonna go to somewhere in between our wither cage here and our bone meal system. It doesn't really matter which block exactly, as long as you have a space on the side to put glass. That way it doesn't hit the redstone like this. You should be fine. Um, so we're gonna be making a glass tube going all the way up to right on that height. Just like this, going all the way up. And right here we're gonna switch that one out for ice, and we're just gonna add some extra blocks here to the outside, just like that. And now we're just gonna fill this in with water. Make sure that every block is a water source. Just like that. And we will also cover this up like this. There we go. Now we just need to connect this one up to this dropper, just like this. Something really important that I will just say right now, and that is, I mean, we're gonna cover up um, every water stream that contains shulker boxes. There's a really important reason for that, and I'm just gonna give the example by this system right here. Imagine that a non-shulker box would enter the system, right? First of all, they don't automatically dispense the first box, so we're gonna have to place these in manually first. Um, so basically, imagine the box breaks, and then instead of dispensing a new box, it dispenses a random item. The system has no way of telling whether there's a box in place or not, so it's just gonna leave this spot open forever, and you're not gonna know because you pretty much have no reason to ever get back here. So that is the issue. So to prevent that, what we're going to do is cover every single water stream that contains shulker boxes. That way there's absolutely zero chance possibilities that we will ever have a problem with that. So that includes this water stream right here as well. We're gonna cover all of this up because this will also contain shulker boxes, just like this, and as well as this one right up here, just like that. That way there is absolutely a 0% chance that any other items but shulker boxes enter the system. For this water stream, it doesn't matter because this is just the item water stream. It doesn't matter if other items like saplings or whatever could land in here, does land in here. It doesn't matter at all. Right, next up, what we're going to be doing is we're going to take the output from our display system and hook it up to a water elevator that is gonna go right about here. Now I will just put some blocks downwards, some scaffolding I guess, that way I can know where to go with my ice roads from this one right over here. Because basically these are the boxes that will come out here are the boxes that were in display, and obviously these boxes originally came from that system, so it makes sense if we just send them back where they came from. Now we want to kind of make a little turn here because we don't want to interfere with the slime blocks. I'm just gonna run this all the way back here. Just like that, a soul sand. Now we can, okay, I did not meant to remove that. Now we can remove, and I seem to have missed myself here. It's actually right over here instead of right over there, so just like that. I need another soul sand. Now we can remove all of this, and now we can start building everything up again. So once again, we're just gonna have our glass tube going up, and this will go up to the level of where we have this system. So as I said before, this is completely personal choice on how high you want to go with this. So if I want to go this high, but if you want to go higher or lower, that is completely up to you. I'll just run this line right over the line that we have going down below, just like this. And now we're just going to connect everything up. There we go. Just like that. Now we're going to go ahead and jump inside and also make sure that we have everything waterlogged to all the way on the top level. Now we'll add some glass blocks here before we do that last bit of water, because otherwise the water will probably uh, float down and destroy some redstone, which is definitely something we want to prevent. There we go. Now we put our water source right over here, and now it's just simply working it out with our slabs. Right, we'll put one there, just like that. Now once again, this is a water stream that will contain shulker boxes, so we will cover this one up entirely. There we go. So just really simple. And actually we will need a piece of terracotta down here. Like that. I will add the water source down here because otherwise it's impossible for me to reach. Just like that. Gonna hook that up. And now I'm gonna fill this all with water. So a slab. There we go. And just like upstairs, we're gonna cover this up with glass blocks. That way we have absolutely zero chance of having any issues with our storage system. There we go. That is that part done. Now we still need to hook up our safety switches, which will come from right here and all the way up here. We still need to activate the activator for this dropper, the activator for that dropper, and then some additional technical info about the farm and filling up the item filters and etc. etc. So what we're gonna be doing is our safety switches first. So I'm gonna grab this, some redstone dust, a torch, and mostly glass, and some building blocks, some redstone building blocks. I mean, we're gonna take an output from this one right here, which will go into this block, which will power the torch. We'll change this into a solid block with a redstone dust on top of it. Um, no, actually, we're gonna leave this glass because we're gonna just wire it up with redstone. Um, gonna go down like this. We're gonna let it run over this water stream. Gonna let it pass over here. That is no problem. We'll fix that in just a second. Um, so we're gonna need a repeater for that. There we go. Now we need to get below these slime blocks. So I think we are safe to go down here, right? Yeah, we are. But let's break those and actually go down here immediately, like this, down like that, and in this direction. Now where do we have to go with this? We have to go, this part is kind of just like on feeling. I don't necessarily do it exactly as I did it in my original design, because it doesn't really matter. It's just a wire connecting things up. Um, so we're gonna have some slime blocks there and a sticky piston right below it, just like that. And now what we gotta do is connect this line up to one, the sticky piston, and two, this redstone lamp right over there. So I'll probably run this down here until we are on the same height of the sticky piston. And we will need another pulse extender, well, length extender. Put a solid block. I'm using glass here at the bottom. You could use solid blocks as well. It doesn't really matter. It's just because I was using glass earlier. Um, so we're gonna connect that up to this piston, because right now we actually have 0 boxes in our system, so that makes sense that the system turns itself off. And we also need to connect this up to this one right over here. So we're gonna start a staircase, redstone staircase, like that. Put redstone dust on all of these and connect that up with this redstone line right here. We might need an extra repeater as well. So an extra repeater, I'll just do it right here so I can keep using glass, just like that. Then we have to link this one up. Like that. Let it hit that piston. That way, right now we have also 0 bone meal, which means we also activate the system, which also locks down our farm, so we can no longer farm, which is exactly what we want. So the way we're going to be doing that is just put some solid blocks up here, and then we should be safe to glass staircase down like this, and connect that up to this redstone line. And obviously we want a block right there that cuts off that signal. There we go. So now we have indicators of both our systems are in need of items, so we can't really start the farm. which is 100% exactly what we wanted. Now there is one more thing, and I quickly have to go check on it because I don't remember. So, um, some sticky pistons, and I already have them. I think I have everything in my inventory actually. We're gonna put a block right below that one. Put a observer towards the that block. Then we're gonna have a sticky piston right here with an observer facing the opposite direction. And now we're just gonna put, you can either do this or you can do this, but it looks prettier if you do it like this, so I'm just gonna do it like that. It doesn't really matter overall. Um, and that is the first redstone clock. And then we still need this redstone clock here at the bottom. So we're going to take an output from here, and we're also going to have an observer at the bottom. This clock is kind of weird because I don't really have any space to put a power block for the dropper, so I kind of have to do it on the side from below. But I'm gonna put redstone dust on all of these. A repeater down here, a block, and a redstone dust. Start placing in our boxes right here, so I'm gonna grab myself some empty shulker boxes and some cobweb actually. Now I feel like the cobweb might be unnecessary because the reason for this, I think, is that the boxes that drop down don't end up in like the module next to it, which is in this case not a problem if that happens. So, but I'll still just place them down just to be sure, but I do not think it has a reason for being there. So we're gonna place it just like this. Just like that, we're gonna go grab ourselves some glass blocks and cover this up on this end and also on the other end. That way, you know, the box has no shot of ever dropping next to its slot. I'm gonna quickly do another fly over the farm and see if we missed anything, so I'll be right back with you guys. Quick final look. Uh, Looks like we have all the redstone. We still have to do our filters though, and some extra info that I believe. But there are some things that I will just change my mind over, and that is the deactivation of this site right over here. I don't know if I explained it or not, but oak trees, they grow really fast sometimes. And sometimes a oak tree grows, and while it's being cycled, another one already grew. And you would probably think, well, in most tree farms that would break the farm entirely. Now in this farm, it doesn't break it because the farm can handle acacia, 2 wide logs, um, and it will also just push the 2 oak logs off to the side. So you're gonna have nothing to worry about because it is not going to break your farm. But however, okay, I must have missed something here. However, um, the problem is that with oak mode and with acacia mode, this thing is active, but without acacia mode, it is not active. Well, that was the original design. But if we get 2 logs being pushed in by oak at the same time because of the growth speed, then you know we'd have logs in this system as well, and eventually we'd start breaking this system. So what I decided to do is take out this block and that block, and we're just gonna let it run anyway, just in case. That also means that we can remove a little bit of redstone just like that down here at the bottom. And actually I do want to check this because that piston just hanging there, that made no sense. So I may have missed something here on this part of the farm. I definitely must have missed something here. So I'm gonna quickly check that and I'll be right back once again. And normally right now it will push all the way down and it will actually retract all the way back up. So that is that part done. Now all what's left now is filling our item filters and actually some rail placement. So I'm quickly gonna grab that and some activator rails. We're gonna go right in between here and place activator, powered activator, power, activator, power, just like that. And that should be that part done. Now for the item filtering, what you're gonna go ahead and do is grab yourself some items of every tree type, so blocks I mean, and a preference a renamed item. But I'm just gonna be grabbing an item that will, in my opinion, never enter this farm, like fungi, trapdoors, whatever. It doesn't really matter for me. But normally you would rename these items. So what you're gonna go do is add actually 41, and then the 4 items that will never enter the farm, or 4 renamed items as I said, and then you're gonna make sure there's 1 item in the hopper right below it as well. So we're gonna do the exact same thing here. So we're gonna add that 41 items. We're gonna add that, and then 1 item in this one right here. No, actually, you can just right, you can just place 42 items in the top one, and then the one will drop down. But it needs that item in there at all times. So like this, and I'm gonna add 2 more now. That way 1 item drops down, just like that. And I'm just gonna throw these away to make it less confusing. Just like that. And just like that. Right, we're gonna come back here and also fill in these item sorters. Now for these, every item type is gonna get 2 slots here. So we're gonna start off here on the side with oak. I'm just gonna put it in half a stack and fill in the rest. I think it needs like 38 items or something like that, but you know, if you're gonna start using the farm, it will eventually get to that 38, so it doesn't really matter. Plus, it's easier and faster to just split a stack of blocks like this. It's pretty simple. And the last 2 slots. Just like that. There we go. And I am happy to say that your entire farm is now completed. Now, obviously, you're gonna want to add some extra item frames up here, and you know, obviously also put the correct wood types in them. And I just threw them all away, so I gotta go find them again. Pretty sure that is how we sorted them. We still have to add our different modes on and everything like that. Um, For on off, I'll just use a this green block right there here to indicate that we need more shulker boxes, and then we just need some bone meal, just like that. And we need our saplings as well. There we go. Just like that, your farm is now completely finished. Now you may want to add some light sources within here, because obviously when these lamps are off, it's gonna get pretty dark in here. Um, and with that being said, um, I keep forgetting things, guys. Like I just realized this. Uh, you might be better off placing a double chest right over here as well. Um, and no, just over there as well. Um, if anything would have ever occur in this system right here and it would break for whatever reason, then your boxes don't get lost and they'll end up in this large chest. Um, but I want to make sure that everything is literally perfect for this tutorial, so I'm just gonna keep checking and keep adding little pieces to this video until we've got everything cleared out 100%. Alright, if you want to if you want to start filling your boxes, you're gonna have to fly in survival, obviously, towards these chests and start filling them up in here. Um, but you can also do whatever with this. Just link up a system that will start from somewhere there, start filling your boxes. That will send your boxes up here. It's something that is, obviously totally up to you guys what to do with that. I think we are finished. So if you did make it through the entire tutorial, let me know in the comment section down below. And yeah, that was it for today's video. If you did enjoy, be sure to hit like and subscribe if you haven't already, and I hope to see you in the next one. Peace.